Here we go, the first start of the week, the best class, one of the fastest classes here, the 2018 Transcan, the 250 intermediate class, and off the gate early on, it was the 33 of Sam Matthews actually getting that jump and feeling out. There's Bird Gillamy, the 888, and the 527 of Jake Trico would move to the lead super quickly. There he is up over the big triple jump. Right now you can see the weather and the track is in perfect condition to kick us off. It was a banger of a moto. Just started us off here for the 2018 Rebirth. But in behind Trico, it was a battle. You had Gillamy, you had Augustine, you had Matthews, and you had Ross Thornback going at it to try to get themselves up onto that podium behind the 527. But the man on the move was the 53 Bjorn Viney. There was no stopping the machine that was coming through from the back of the pack. He worked his way all up to third spot at the finish. But when the checkers wagged, it was the 527 of Jake Trico making it a blue crew on top of the box. '50 GP class, one of the youngest classes here at the 2018 Walton Transcan. A gate is down and a host of the best future stars coming out, and it would be the number 1 W from the West, Braxton Zettner, getting to that first turn. No problem, but the 09 of Jesse James Shedden would get out to the front of that lead and never relinquish it. This kid came all the way from California, skipping Loretta Lynn's this year, even though qualified, to race Walton Raceway in the Transcan because he loves this event so much. Brenner Lehman's in the distance right there, the number 1, and Nathan Snellgrove battling it out right now for that 2 and 3 position. There it is, the 81 Nathan Snellgrove. He is sitting in third, chasing number 1 of Brenner Lehman's right now as they battle hard in the 50cc GP class. And there's Jesse James Shedden, like I said, all the way from California, here in Ontario, chasing it. The 311 all the way from South Africa, coming across right now and battling out here. The 311 doing good, that's more. But Jesse James Shedden, Brenner Lehman's, and Nathan Snellgrove. 65, 10 to 11, moto number 1, 2018 Transcan here at Walton Raceway. The gate is down, and this was going to be a bar banger moto, but early on, Sebastian Racine, the number 2 bike, would take that whole shot there into the Fox Canyon in the first turn, and he would never look back. Bobby Gravel right now sitting in that second spot, but we would lose the number 7 later on in this moto, as we would see Creighton Dillon and Cole Pranger move their way to the front of the pack. But at the front, there is Creighton Dillon looking back, and there it is, the 613 of Cole Pranger chasing right now. But as these guys are battling for second and third, it was the number 2, Sebastian Racine, pulling away. But Dillon doing a great job trying to keep him in tow and not letting Racine get too far ahead of that pack, making it not so easy for the number 2. But there he is through the roller section. Sebastian Racine is a man on a mission and the man to be stopped in the 65cc 10 to 11. So Sebastian Racine would take that win. Creighton Dillon second spot, and Cole Pranger would come across in third.
For Sebastian Racine. All right, Sebastian, late in the day out there. It's been a long day for you young guys out here.
85, 12 to 16, a ton of future stars here at the Walton 2018 Transcan. Up the inside, Tyson Dubuque and Ryder McNabb off to a great start as well into that Fox Canyon first turn. Oh, Dubuque going down, but it was TJ Scott, Tanner Scott, the 46, getting that early lead with Ryder McNabb slingshotting down at the bottom of the hill right away. And he would go where the sun shines out to victory lane. And it would be Tanner Scott and Evan Stewart doing battle in behind McNabb, and he would disappear. So up over that triple section. One rider going for it a little bit up there. No problem. But McNabb, the 64, this kid is one to watch out here. Scrubbing, jumping, railing, no problem. Running away with this moto. But Tanner Scott and Evan Stewart would be this close the entire way, with Stewart trying everything he could to get by the 46 of Scott without making it happen until nearly that last lap. Ryder McNabb would take that win. Evan Stewart would grab him as Scott would go down, and Josh Bryan in third. 250 Junior Moto 1, another class, always fun to watch. A full gate of future stars, and when the gate went down, we saw the number 24 get that jump and get into that inside tight right there. But on the outside, a Yamaha rider might steal away, but it was going to be Ken Rosina leading the first part of this 250 Junior Motor, but we would lose him later on with bike issues. The number 20 would work his way by and take over that lead and never relinquish it. Jeremy Mackay, part of that blue crew, up over that big triple right there, would come across. But the battle before Cameron Rosina left, the track was amazing between these two riders going at it for the lead in moto number 1 of our 250 Junior class here at the Rebirth of the 2018 Transcan. There's Jacob Whitting right there battling it with Christoph Kapakanitis coming through that ranks. But later on, we would see Kapakanitis move up into a podium position on his 252 stroke, showing that the 2 strokes are live here at the 2018 Transcan. But it was all the number 20, Jeremy Mackay, Kapakanitis, and Jamie Powell fighting through for the podium. The ladies class, always a fun class to watch here. 4-time champion Ebro Dur was in here, and lovely to see Estrella Semovic rolling on the 30 board there. One of our lady racers going down at the Mini-O's last year, having one of the most terrible accidents and recovering well, and out here doing a 30 board and watching Ebro Dur grab that early horse shot with Emily Laval, the number 5, sitting in the second spot. But right now, it was all about the number 1. Our 4-time Canadian women's champ on the East Coast, Ebro Dur. She dominated this moto, making it a bit of a yawner for the watching of the fans out there because she destroyed everybody. But Landry Hazen kept her in tow a little bit at the beginning on the 45, and love seeing Landry. She rides girls 9 at 16 on the 85 or on the Super Mini, and then jumps up to that 125 here in the ladies class. But Ebro Dur through the roller section, no problem there, just letting that front wheel dance through. The number 1, our 4-time Canadian champ, taking a win with Hazen and Oriana Fraser coming across the line. Oh yeah, Schoolboy 12 to 17, always one of the best classes to watch. You gotta love the sound of that two-stroker. And look at Thomas Rendell slingshotting out to that Fox Canada pole shot. No problem right there in the 494. But early on, it was 410 from Connecticut that took over the lead. But Trevor Malley on the 77 was in hot pursuit along with Cameron Rosina. Up over that big triple, no problem at all. You can tell it was a little bit soupy out there for this moto as these guys hit the track early on after a brimming session. Malley and Rosina went at it right to the finish line. As you can see, these guys battling out, switching lines, trying to get out of that roost and staying out in front of that rider here through that roller section. Whoa, Malley getting saucy, and he threw it away, giving Rosina the win. But Malley would recover and grab that second spot. Rosina fist pump into the win. Malley second spot, no problem right there. Great job, Yellow Bib, and Noah Wilbrent taking third. Super Mini Moto 1, one of the most talked about classes here at the 2018 Transcan Reberg. Riders getting ready, the gate goes down, one rider hitting it, but the rider that did not hit that gate was the number 46 of Tanner Scott, who would slingshot out to that early lead, but it would be short-lived as the action-packed riders behind would battle through and put the 46 back a few positions. Thomas Rendell, Hunter Vaughn being some of those riders coming through. There's a good shot of Kai Sorella battling through that pack, and Tristan Bears banging bars in the midway pack of this Super Mini Moto number 1, launching that double over that triple section right there. A couple other great shots there. Hayden Jameson coming through on the 147. He would finish in around 10th or 11th spot here in that moto. But the battle at the front of the pack was hot, and the action was non-stop, and it was the 474 of Hunter Vaughn moving himself past the rest of the riders and taking over that lead. And there is Julian Beddick doing that same thing as well. The riders, Hunter Vaughn, Julian Beddick, and Zach Ufemzef will be your top 3. Youth 14 to 29, Intermediate Pro, one of the fastest classes here. All these riders on the gate here getting prepared for the Saturday Rockstar Energy Triple Crown National. And out of the gate, Max Philippek on the inside, but around the outside, Davey Frazier on the number 20 and Jairee Mitchell on the 196 would eventually grab that early lead and start running away. But behind him, it was the wage of war going on between Frazier and Kyle Keith, the beast, as they call him, the working man, and Davey Frazier from the East Coast, the calm, collected rider out there. Jairee Mitchell just kind of smooth and soothed his way around this beautiful Walton track and ran away with the lead here in this Youth 14 to 29 Intermediate Pro. But behind this, Frazier and Keith went at it all moto long. Keith ate roost as if it was the big supper going before a big race. But Jairee Mitchell would come across and grab that victory. Keith would actually get Frazier on the last lap and make the pass, putting Frazier down to third. The two-stroke class, ta-ting, ting, ting, ta-ting, ting, ting. Loving the sound of all the 125s and 150s out there. Out of the gate early on the outside there, it looks like Drew Roberts trying to get that start. But in the inside, it was Thomas Rendell and Roberts slingshot around. Roberts early on would make mistakes, though, and give up that early lead to Trevor Malley on the 77. The 3-team riders would ride hard this entire moto. And then Noah Wilbrant would come from behind, and Cameron Rosina would close the gap, and these 3 riders would go at it tooth and nail and put on a show for all the fans in attendance. Malley, you can see there, had a little bit of a lead. He would make a mistake and drop back just a little bit, giving that chance for Wilbrant and Rosina to close that door. Wilbrant right there, the 54, in chasing right now, and you can see Rosina had made that pass. Malley, though, still leading the way. Rosina was right on him all the way down to the finish line. Malley in the 77 was charging hard. He would hang on over Rosina and Colin Haggerty.